I'm starting this video in a weird place because I am furious. What this video should start with is me waxing lyrical about the brilliance of Arteta, the resilience of this Arsenal team, the statement performance off the back of what Manchester City did earlier today, but I'm not talking about that yet. What I'm going to talk about is something that has massively upset me, but does acknowledge the brilliance of Arteta and Arsenal. It is now mathematically impossible for Chelsea to finish above Arsenal. There's a quarter of the season left. There is a quarter of the season left to play, and it is already mathematically impossible for Chelsea to finish above Arsenal. That means that Chelsea could win every single game between now and the end of the season, accrue 30 points, and still not catch Arsenal if Arsenal lost every single game between now and the end of the season. What on earth is going on? That is truly, truly ridiculous. Absolutely appalling. Arsenal now have 72 points, and the most that Chelsea can get, if everything goes to plan, is 71. What that does is demonstrate quite how good this Arsenal team have been. It really does, because yes, it also demonstrates a side to Chelsea that I don't particularly want to focus on at the moment, but it really does tell us something about this Arsenal team. It really is impressive. And now, when you think about it from an Arsenal perspective, all they need to do is focus on 2 words. 9 games. If you're an Arsenal fan watching this, 9 games, 9 finals, 9 moments. That's all it is. 9 games. With an 8-point cushion. An 8-point cushion with 9 games to go. Even the biggest detractors from Arsenal, or those of an Arsenal persuasion who are pessimists, even those people now must be starting to believe that this can happen for Arsenal, because today is a proper performance. It's a proper result. It really is. When the pressure is piled on you earlier in the day, in the way that it was by Manchester City, to put in a performance like that. Basically, City won 4-1. Do you know what Arsenal did? Went like that, popped out, won 4-1. They watched somebody, they watched their biggest competitor win 4-1. They were like, so what? So what? Watch this. And do you know what that is? There's an element of arrogance there. You need that. You need to be able to just not even think about City. The way that City will win the league if they do it is by getting in Arsenal heads, turning the atmosphere at Arsenal, placing an element of fear and doubt in Arsenal fans, in Arsenal players, in everybody associated in football. They will start talking about Manchester City. You know, they're going to win this amount of games in a row. They're going to do this. It's looking relentless. They are starting to do this. They've scored 17 goals in 3 games. And look, that's all true. But if you are Arsenal related here, you just need to go, so what? We're wicked. Yeah, they may have won 7 in a row in all comps, but we've won 7 in a row now. They just need to think about themselves. And I think, painfully, that they are going to do it. And do you know what? It's completely in their hands. For them to guarantee themselves the league, there are many permutations, right? This is assuming that Manchester City go on a serious run. For Arsenal to win the league, they need to accrue 23 points from 9 games. If they accrue 23 points from 9 games, they win the league no matter what. And remember, if they get any sort of a result at the Emirates, that number comes down. 23 points out of 9 games. Don't get me wrong, at this stage of the season, that is a huge tally. But it may not be that much, but that guarantees it. And let's be frank, when you think about this Arsenal team, when you think about what they've done so far this season, when you think about the brilliance on the sideline of Arteta, when you think about some of the dazzling footballers that they have at their disposal, when you think that Bukayo Saka, one of the best footballers in the world at the moment, a Ballon d'Or on the horizon for him, I truly believe. Gabriel Jesus, back amongst the goals. Gabriel Martinelli, one of the most unpredictable, mercurial young talents in football. The steal of Xhaka, the steal of Partey. 23 points out of 9? When I think back to Chelsea in their pomp, right, when I was going every week, Mourinho's Chelsea, somebody said to me, 23 points out of 9 games, you're going to do it? I was like, yeah, easy. Easy. There's an arrogance that comes with your brilliance. You earn the arrogance. Do you remember Manchester United when they were in their pomp? Their fans had a banner. Not arrogant, just better. Very arrogant banner, but I get the point they're making. I think Arsenal need to adopt a bit of that now. Just believe. Just truly believe. Because it's all going so rosy. What a boost for Mikel Arteta. Can you imagine how happy he is now? Not only because of the performance, not only because of the 3 points, not only because of the result, not only because of many reasons, but Gabriel Jesus back amongst the goals. He's made his first Premier League start since before the World Cup, and he has scored twice, a goal in each half on his return. You know, when he got injured in that game for Brazil against Cameroon, I think a lot of people started thinking that this is going to have a really detrimental impact on Arsenal. You know, we're in Qatar, we're watching a World Cup. Everybody suddenly went, Arsenal were top of the league at the time. I think they were 5 points clear going into that World Cup. Everyone went, they can't. He's gonna have surgery on his knee. He's out for 3 months. There's no way that they're going to be top when he's back. Guess what? Not only were they top, but they were top by a larger cushion. They were top by 8 points. And now he's back. Now he's scoring. And look, I think Eddie Nketiah did really well. But he's not Jesus, is he? Jesus allows Arteta to play the way that he wants to play. That front four sort of all buzzing around one another. And then they've added Leandro Trossard to the mix. I honestly can't think of a better signing mid-season than the Trossard contribution. You know, let's play a game. Help me out in the comments. Can anyone think of a better mid-season signing than Leandro Trossard? Did Henrik Larsson arrive at Manchester United mid-season? I just can't think of anybody that has landed mid-season and demonstrated this level of contribution that Trossard has done. Like, look at his stats. Look at what he is doing for this team. And he wasn't even their first choice, apparently. So, yeah, I mean, there is something huge going on with this Arsenal team. And today, it was the football, but it was also the mentality. You know, this mentality that has been demonstrated by Arsenal's recent show of resilience and brilliance in equal measure. You know, we saw it against Aston Villa, didn't we? That 4-2 win started this run of 6 successive wins, which has now become 7. And that fortified their lead at the top of the Premier League. 19 years since they won a Premier League trophy. 19 years. They're never going to have a better chance to do it. They really aren't. And do you know what I want to finish this video on? An unsung hero. You know, we talk about Trossard. We always acknowledge the contribution of Thomas Partey. I think Saliba gets his flowers. Even Aaron Ramsdale. People are talking about him genuinely being England's number 1. And I think on some level that's fair. Granit Xhaka. He is having a great season. And I got a lot of grief. I did a video recently where I said that he was brilliant, Xhaka. And it wasn't really acknowledged. In fact, mid-video, I phoned an Arsenal fan and I said, name your 5 top players this season. He didn't name Xhaka. And, you know, I'm not suggesting that he was wrong, but I just think that Xhaka has to be in their top 5. I think he is so good and he's added goals to his game. He's now got 4 goals in his last 5 games for club and country. And you think about what he does for that team. Like, even the goal today, I think, demonstrates it. You know, Bukayo Saka is involved just because he is Bukayo Saka. You know, he's the sort of honey that attracts 4 Leeds defenders out of position on the right. He gives it to Odegaard. Odegaard clips this beautiful diagonal ball over, and Xhaka just comes in and buries a header. Xhaka needs to start being acknowledged as one of the most important players in this Arsenal team. We're always talking about Partey. We're always talking about Odegaard. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but I think it's about time that it became a 3. Really is a sensational player. And you think about his relationship with Arsenal before this season. Truly, truly impressive. What a day for Arsenal. What a terrible moment for Chelsea. Quarter of the season left, and we can't overtake them. Sickening. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please click subscribe. I would love to welcome you into this community. I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comment section below. Cheers. Have a wonderful night.